All right, we survived. We're on part 5 of the seller series, how to juggle 2 transactions at the same time. Congratulations, you have found your buyer. What's next? Well, we go to what is called attorney review, where they will triple check the real estate contract that I prepared and make sure that the terms are favorable to you. Number 1 being that the sale of your current home is based on you finding suitable housing. They will triple check that is there, that is understood. And there will also be a time frame in which you must do so. And I advise it's only 60 days.
What?
I know you've heard those horror stories, or you've been a part of the horror story of it took me 2 years to find a house. Not here. I introduced to you what the expectations are from buyers looking to buy your house and what the expectation is from me who is selling your house, right? For you to be real, ready and prepared and committed to the process. Committed to the process means that you are committed to going out to look for your new home at least 1 to 2 times a week. If you don't have that type of time or commitment, then please put your home buying process on hold or just decide that you want to get a rental. Don't sell the house unless you can be committed to going out 1 to 2 times a week, or you're going to go into a rental, or you plan to relocate, because you have to shop for houses and you have to do it 1 to 2 a week. Anytime I hear somebody telling me that they've been looking for 2 years, I check for 2 things. 1, how often did you look? 2, were you using multiple agents? And if you've been using the same agent, how good are they at writing offers? Because you're only as good as the agent that represents you. Whenever I hear people saying, well, what did my agent do? If you have to question what your agent did for you, then they probably didn't do a good job or couldn't explain what they were doing. And that's never the agent that you want representing you in a real estate transaction, because the real estate agent is the one who talks to everybody. The real estate agent is the one who talks to the attorney, the appraiser, the inspector, the buyer's agent, the seller's agent if you're buying a house. If this person is communicating on your behalf, making sure deadlines are met, making sure your needs are being put first, you need to make sure that they know what they're doing, right? Give you an example. My client had an attorney. They were selling their house, and we were in a home inspection phase, and the attorney really only sees the contract. They see the price that the buyer paid for it, but they don't see the negotiation that went on for me, the agent, to get the buyer, the seller, that price for their house. They don't see the negotiation that goes on there. They only see that one offer. So this particular buyer paid over $30,000 of asking price for this house. And they were asking for only $3,000 worth of repairs. This client had no other offers that were near the $30,000 over asking price that this buyer was paying. The attorney did not know this, so they were encouraging my client to back out of the transaction for $3,000 worth of repairs. Please ask yourself, would you rather have $27,000 extra in your pocket, or would you rather back out of the transaction for $3,000 worth of repairs? I'll let you do the math and make the math, because for me, I would take the extra $27,000, give that buyer the $3,000 worth of repairs they wanted, move on, call it a day. I was able to articulate to my attorney, or to the attorney on that, and for my seller, that the reason I have advised my client to do the $3,000 worth of repairs was because it was in their best interest to get that $27,000. The agent sees all sides of it, guys. So the agent that represents you is important. And that's why I always say, are you consistent in using an agent? And that also brings us to my next point when juggling two transactions. If you are selling a home and you plan on using two different agents and you're in the same state, my question to you is why? Why? If you live in Essex County and you call on me to sell your home, do I work in Essex County? No, but I certainly can sell your home in Essex County because of the fact that I have access to the same data that all agents in Essex County have, and I have access to all data that the appraisers will be using to set the value of your home, right? Agents and appraisers use the same metrics to determine what the value of a home should be, right? We look at homes that are active, under contract, and that have sold in the last year. As long as I have access to that data, I can sell a home in Essex County. However, if you're looking to move to Mercer County, Burlington County, the areas that I specialize, and your agent in Essex County doesn't know the area, then maybe they're not best suited to help you in the purchase of your home because they can't really advise you on the area. So therefore, using the agent to sell your home is only important in the part of trying to find you a new home. That is because that agent, if you can choose one agent, it's best because they're going to talk to everybody and make sure that the details and the deadlines that need to be met in your purchase of your new home and the sale of your home are all met, and that everything that needs to happen is just clearly expressed because that agent's able to do so on your behalf. I hope that wasn't confusing, but if it is, we will discuss it in a one-on-one consultation, and we will talk about why it's a seamless approach to use one agent if you can, if you're selling and buying in the same state. The seller's agent actually has the easier job. It's harder to find someone a house these days than to sell their home. It's just easy. All I'm looking at when I'm selling your home is the data. And also, it only becomes difficult if your home is, a little difficult to sell because you're not committed. You're not showing the house. It's not in its best state. It's dirty. It's cluttered, then that's when it becomes the issue, or it's priced too high because you're with an agent who doesn't know how to read and interpret data or doesn't know how to negotiate on your behalf. So you have to take all these things in consideration when you are working with an agent, and make sure that you're working with an agent that actually is honest and is going to tell you the truth, right? That's where authenticity comes in, that they're going to tell you what you need to hear. They're not going to tell you what you need to hear, but what you need to know. So know the difference. At this last stage, when you're juggling two transactions, my important recommendations is that you need to be committed to the process. You need to be committed to going out at least once or twice a week. You need to be committed to putting in offers. You need to have realistic expectations, which we will go over one-on-one in the consultation. Hopefully we have already prepared you with that as far as budget and looking at inventory and what you can afford. And you also need just to get your paperwork in on time. That saves so much time, is your accessibility to sign your paperwork and get it done. And then we can put the sold sign on your property and we can have our big closing day like I like to have. Hopefully you have checked out some of my closing experiences with my past clients. That's one of my favorite things to do, is just to welcome someone into a new home. I know how hard it is to find a house, to buy a house, and to trust somebody to help you in that process. So I hope you enjoyed the seller series. Even more so, I hope that you feel like I am your agent of choice when you decide that you want to make that decision, I hope that you have learned that if you are looking to buy or sell in the next 12 to 24 months, that it's not too early to give me a call, and we should be starting that planning process, and that you have to be ready, prepared, and committed to the process mentally. So that's my seller series. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're following me on all social media connections, and I hope you found it valuable. Hope to talk to you in 2024.